Om Sang Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Tonight we're going to study the Bajarang Ban, the arrow of the one. Bajrang Boli is Hanuman's name, and he has the Bajra Anga. He's got the Anga of Vajra. So his body is like lightning. It's so strong, it's invincible, it's radiant, and it's illuminated, and it flies through the air. Or it's also like a diamond, a Bajra. So he is the Bajrang Ang, and this is the Ban, the arrow from the Bajrang, from the one whose body is like an arrow. It's on page 166, and it's written in the same meters as the rest of the Sundar Kanda. It begins with a Doha, and then it goes to Chopai, and it ends with a Doha. So let's recite it first. Nischai prema pratītate Vinay Karing Sanaman Tehi Ki Karana Sakala Shubha Siddhi Karing Hanuman Siyavora Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavanasuta Hanuman Ki Jai Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Jai Hanumanta Santa Kitakari Sunili Jiye Prabhu Arajakumari Janaki Kaja Bidambana Ki Jai Atura Dori Mahasuka DJ Jai Sekudi Sindhu Matipara Surasa Badana Poiti Vistara Age Jahi Lankini Roka Marekilata Gagi Suraloka Jai Bibishana Kosu Kadina Sita Niraki Paramapadadlina Baga Ujari Sindhu Makambora Atiatur Yamakata Tora Akshay Kumar Komari Sanghara Lumo Lapeta Sankar Chojara Laka Samanda Lanka Jorikahi Jaya Jaya Dwani Surapura Mahambagi Ababilamba Keki Karana Swami Kripakaraku Antarajami Jaya Jaya Lakshana Pranakidapa Atura Kiya Duka Harakunipata Jaya Kirita Jaya Jaya Sukhasaga Sura Samukha Samarata Bhatanagar Om Hanu 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 Mantaka Kilai Paireki Baru Bhadra Kekilai Kada Bhadrale Paireki Maro Maharaj Prabhudasa Kucharo Om Kara Kum Kara Prabhudavakum Bhadragada Hanu Bilamba Nalabom Ring 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 Anubanta Kapisa Om Anuvara Urashisha Satya Koguari Sapata Paike Ravaduta Horudaruma Jayake Jai 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 Hanumanta Agada Duga Pabata Janake Aparada Puja Jap Tapanima Achara Nahim Janata Hodasa Kumara Bana Upapana Magagiri Krikamaki Tumere Bala Haradam Patadaki Payam Parun Korajori Manabagum Yaki Avasaraka Bakegi Gorabakum Jayanjani Kumara Balabanta Sankara Subana Bira Kanumanta Padanakara Lakala Kulapala Rama Sahaya Sada Bhakti Palaka Bhuta Preta Pisacha Nisacha Agni Voitala Kala Maricha Ine Marutawai Sapataramaki Mrakunada Rajadaramaki Janaka Sutta Parintasa Kahavo Taki Sapata Bilamba Nalabo Jai 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 Duni Hota Akasya Sumarata Hota Susaka Dukanasa Charana Sarana Jori Manabom Yaki Avasara Abakehi Gorabom Utu Chalukoi Ramadohai Payam Parong Korajori Manayom Chang 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 Chapala Chalanta Om Hanu 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 Hanumanta, Om Ankanga Deta Kapichancha, Om Sam Sam Sakami Purane Kaladal, Apani Janako Turak Ubaro, Sumarata Hoyam Nandak Amaro, Yakabajaranga Bana Imari, Tahi Kahom Pireko Nupare, Patikaring Bajaranga Banaki, Hanumata Raksha Karain Pranaki, Yakabajaranga Bana Jojape, Tati Bhuta Preta Sabakape, Dupa Deya Urujape Amesha, Takita Nakin Rake Kalesha. Prema Patita Ki Kabi Bajay, Sadadare Nurdyan, Tehi Kekaraja Sakala Shubha, Siddhi Karing Hanuman, Siyamora Ramachandra Ki Jay, Pavanasuta Karumana Ki Jay, Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jay. And let's go back to page 166 and let's understand what it is we're singing. Because remember how beautifully Khalil Gibran said, he who repeats what he doesn't understand is no better than an ass loaded with books. So let's try to understand what it is we're saying. And now the arrow of the one with a body as hard as a diamond or as bright as lightning. Certainly you are acquainted with love, with humility. It offers respect. Because of it, everything is pure, and that is the attainment of Hanuman, pure devotion. Well, what a very nice doha. If you're acquainted with love, it offers respect with humility. And because of that offering of respect with humility, everything is pure, and that's what pure devotion is all about. From humility, offering love, offering respect with humility. Victory to Ram, the husband of Sita, victory to the son of the wind, Hanuman, pure devotion, victory to the husband of the divine mother, the great god Shiva. Victory to Hanuman, the benefactor of saints. Please listen, O Lord, to my prayer. Do not delay in performing the work of the people. That's us. Please, Jaldi Maldi. Please come with speed and give the great happiness. When you jumped across the great ocean, shining one, acknowledge the extent of your capacity. Going forward, the protector of the kingdom of the ego stopped you with one blow from your fist. You sent her to the realms of the god. So remember, Sursa was sent by the gods to test his strength and prowess and his intelligence, and he passed the test. And she gave him a blessing. So she was acknowledged the extent of his capacity. And now Lankini, when she stopped you entering in the city, one blow from your fist, you send her to the realms of the gods. So that was the end of Lankini. She knew that her time had come to leave her post as protector of the city, of the kingdom of the ego. Proceeding to meet discrimination, you gave him great pleasure, and you discovered the whereabouts of Sita. So remember, Hanuman took the disguise of a Brahmin, and he went to the house of discrimination. Bibhishan just rose from sleep, Ram, Ram, Subaranakaha, and he was singing Ram, Ram, just as he woke up, and Hanuman presented himself and said, Ram, Ram, bye. And so discrimination got very happy, and he told him where to find Sita. She was hidden and imprisoned in the garden of pleasure at the foot of the tree where there is no grief, no sorrow, the garden of pleasures. You destroyed the garden as though you encompassed the great ocean, and speedily you dispatched the enemies to the kingdom of death. So remember, he went into the garden, he ate up all the fruits, he pulled out all the trees by the roots, and then he defeated all the guards. And then you killed every young, Akshay Kumar, Kimara Nandlake, and unfolding your tail, you burned down Lanka. We remember that. Just like Lak. Lak is a pine pitch. It's withdrawn in the Himalayas. We call it Lisa. And the lisa comes from, it's the pine pitch, and they make little slices in the bark of the pine trees, and they hang a cup there, and all the sap drips into the cup, and then they make turpentine out of it. But all the sadhus look for the lisa tail lakri, and they use it for making fires. You can, because it's soaked in the oil of the pine pitch. So just like lac, you can even start a fire with wet wood. So in the foothills where there are pine trees, every sadhu collects a bundle of the pine wood with the resin soaked in it. And then they carry that bundle up to the higher mountains. When they leave the pines, then there are oaks, and then there are deodars, Douglas firs. And so then it's harder to start the fire. You wish you had some of those pine cones that you get down to lower elevations. So just like that, Lanka went up in flames, and all the gods in heaven let out shouts of victory to our brother, Jai Hanuman! Bajarang Ban ki jai! Now, O Master, what is the cause of your delay? Give your grace, you who reside in the hearts of all. Victory, victory to the giver of life, to Lakshman. Remember, he went off to get the Sanjeevani. Lai Sanjeevana Lakandi. He saved Lakshman's life by bringing the life-giving herb from the Himalayas. Speedily, you gladly destroyed his pain. Victory to he who raises the mountain. Remember, he couldn't find which plant it was, so he picked up the whole mountain and came back with the mountain. Victory, victory to the ocean of comfort and happiness. In the assembly of gods, you are a powerful warrior of the city. Om, the jaw, who has a stubborn jaw. The story was as a child he fell on his jaw. Actually, Indra threw his thunderbolt at him, knocked him out of heaven, and he fell down on his jaw and broke the stone that he fell on, and nothing happened to his jaw, and that's how they called him Hanuman. Om Hanu, Hanu, Hanu. Hanu is the jaw. And the jaw didn't break. You killed your enemies with a spike of lightning. So here he is again, Bajarang Boli, Hanu, 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 Hanumanta Hatile, with a spike of lightning, Vajra Kikile, Boiri he Maru, Vajra Kikile, Boiri enemies, Maru he slayed, Vajra means the lightning, and Kikile, and you did it. O Lord, you purify, you slay enemies with the mace and lightning, and O great King, O Lord, you call yourself a servant. O Lord, you purify with reciting the mantra Om and the mantra Hum, so do not hesitate, O one with a jaw, to use your lightning and your club anywhere you see fit. You can start right here, Hanuman, because I'm sure there's some iniquity or something negative that you want to destroy, so please don't hesitate to do your work. Om Hrim 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 Hanuman, Lord of the monkeys. Om Hum Hum Hum, Om one with the jaw, make my heart your mirror. You are truth and bound to God under oath. The ambassador of consciousness was victorious in slaying his captors. Victory, victory, victory to the unfathomable Hanuman. You show the faults to those who cause pain to others. Worship, recitation of mantras, austerities are the rule of behavior. They do not understand that we are your servants. In the forest, in gardens, on the road, in the mountains, or in a houseway, never have occasion to experience fear. You're protecting us. We know you're with us. I regard your pair of feet as the conveyor of blessings. Now, someone is calling aloud this opportunity. Victory to the very strong son of Anjani, the dark collyrium applied to the eyes, the courageous Hanuman, the incarnation of Shiva, the cause of peace. Remember, Anjani was the wife of Kesari, and Kesari was the king of the monkeys, or a general in the armies of the monkeys, and he's called Kesari Nandan, the son of Kesari. He's always also called Anjani Nandan. And he's what did she call him here? The son of Anjani. With an extremely fierce face, even the family of time becomes like children. So the family of time are the great destroyer. Everyone, Mahakal is the great destroyer. No one can outlive the time. When your time is up, you gotta go. And even the family of time, of Mahakal, become like little children in front of you. The helper of consciousness always is protected. That means if we become helpers of consciousness, we'll get that same protection. Ghosts, disembodied spirits, ethereal beings, beings of corrupted behavior, with the sacrifice of fire, you are the time of their death. He has slain them because of his oath to Ram to protect the Lord and the dignity of his name. So Hanuman has this oath that he took to Ram. He will always, whenever a devotee is in trouble, he's going to come and slay all the negativities, the ghosts, the goblins, disembodied spirits, ethereal beings, anybody of corrupted intelligence or behavior. Hanuman has an oath to Ram, and you know what Hanuman's oath is, Brahmavani. It's 100% true. So if we call on Hanuman when we're confronted with negativities, he's bound by his promise to Ram. He has a sankalpa to protect us. The daughter of the cause said to the servant of God, that's Janaki, Sita, said to Hanuman, take an oath not to delay. Yeah. Don't even be late when you come to slay my negativities. Don't hesitate for a moment. I trust your discrimination. Victory, victory, victory to the sound which resounds through the ether, listening to which the most unbearable pains are destroyed. Regarding your pair of feet as the place of refuge, now with this opportunity we can shout a triumphant sound. Rise up and embark upon Ram's success. Let us regard your pair of feet. Om chum 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 chum. You move with such nimbleness. A chum from chara. The verb to move. Om Hanu 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 Hanuman. Oh hum hum calls aloud the fickle monkey. Hum hum is it's like in the end of chapter 3 of the Chandi. Ha hakar machalidi. And she cut off their heads. She cut off the head of the ego with the sound of ha ha. And here, hum hum is the same type of sound. She calls aloud the fickle monkey. It's that resounding sound, that triumphant sound of victory of the positive over the negative. Om Sham Sham called the frightened group of fleeing wicked beings. Immediately you liberate your own people. And Hanuman, make no mistake about it, we are your people. This song of praise brings us great bliss. Whoever will shoot the arrow of the one with a body as hard as a diamond or as bright as lightning, this Bajarang Ban, then who else can liberate him? Whoever will read the song of the arrow of the one with a body as hard as a diamond or as bright as lightning, Hanuman will protect his life. Her life too. Whoever will continually recite the song of the arrow of the one with a body as hard as a diamond or as bright as lightning, ghost, and disembodied spirits all tremble in fear of him. Whoever will offer incense and always recite, his body will be free from all infirmities. Celebrate the monkey who is the emblem of love, and always perform his meditation. He is the cause of all purity. Hanuman is the giver of attainments. Victory to Ram, the husband of Sita. Victory to the son of the wind, Hanuman. Pure devotion. Victory to the husband of the divine mother, the great god Shiva. I'd like to go ahead and we'll take questions a little bit later. First, let's recite the Samkata Mochana Hanumanashtaka. And these are 8 verses about the Hanuman who removes all difficulties. And these 8 verses were sung to Hanuman to remind him of his pure nature, of his true nature, of his capacity to become pure devotion and jump across the ocean of worldliness to accomplish the work of consciousness. Let's chant it. Bala samaya rabi bakshi liyo tabatino kunloka boyo abiyaro Kati sotrasa boyo jagako yakashankata kakun sokrata nakaro Devana ani karibinati tavachari diyo rabi kashta dibaro Konaki janata ke jagave kapishankata mochana namati haro Bali ki trasa kapisa base girijata mahaprabhu pantani haro Choki mahamuni sapadiyo tabachahiye kona bichara bicharo Kedri jarupa livaya mahaprabhu soto madasa soka soka nibaro Kona ki janata ke jagave kapisankata mochana namati haro Angake sangadle nagay siya Kojaka pisa yapaina ucharo Jivatana bachi hong sojung Binasu dilayi ham pagudaro Herita ke tata sindhu sabeta Valaya siya sudi prana kubaro Kona kinjanata ke jagamin Kapishankata mochana namati haro Ravana trasa dahi seko Saraksasi soka nibaro Tati samaya Hanuman Mahaprabhu jaya Maharajani charamaro Chakata siya asoka sohagi Sude Prabhu mutrika soka nibaro Konaki janata ke jagamen Kapisankata mochana namatiyaro Bana lagyo ura lakshmin kita Pranata jay sutaravanamaro Legriya vaidya sena sameta Tabegiri drona sabira uparo Ani sanjivana hata de Tavar lakshmin ketuma prana kubaro Konaki janata ke jagamen Kapisankata mochana namati haro Ravana Juda Ajana Kiyota Vanagati Pasa Sabesi Radaro Siragunata Sameta Sabedala Moha Boyo Yakasankata Paro Anika Gesa Tabe Hanuman Jews Vandanakati Sutrasa Nibaro Konaki Janata Ke Jagamen Kapi Sankata Mochana Namatiyaro Bandhu sameta jape ohiravana le raghunatha patala sidaro Devaki puji bali vidiso bali dehu jape nila mantra bicharo Jai sakai bhajyo tabihi ahiravana sanya sameta sangharo Konaki janata ke jagve kapi sankata mochana namatiyaro Kajaki bara devana ketum empira mahapranu deki bicharo Kona so sankata mora garibko jotuma sonaki jata ketaro Begi aro Hanuman mahaprabhu ka jokachu sankata hoya hamaro Kona ki janata ke jagamen kapi sankata mochana namatiharo Lala dehi halali lase Urudal dori lal langur Vajradeha Danapadalana. Jai 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 Kapisur Siyabhara Ramachandra ki Jai Pavana Sutra Hanuman ki Jai Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Let's return to page 174 and we'll read the meaning of the Samkata Mochana. Samkata means difficulties or obstructions, obstacles, and Mochana means remove, and Hanuman's Ashtakam, the 8 shlokas, the 8 verses about Hanuman, how Hanuman removes all difficulties. And this is the 8 verses about Hanuman which removes all difficulties. There was a time as a child when you ate the sun. We had that story in Hanuman Chalisa. And the 3 worlds were plunged into the fear of darkness. For you who caused the fear and dread of the worlds, this was no difficulty which you would try to avoid. In other words, you had no hesitation at all to eat the sun. Just swallowed it in one gulp. When the gods came to plead with you, then you released the sun and removed their difficulties. Hey, you know, it's really difficult for the gods if the sun doesn't move around in its course. So we've seen many stories like when Vindhya, a mountain, wanted to be taller than Meru, and he stood up in the sun's path and the sun couldn't pass. And the gods experienced difficulties because time stands still. And if there is no time, then who knows what time it is to do puja? And if there's no puja, then how do you make a yajna? And if there's no yajna, there's no offering. And if there's no offering, the gods get hungry. Therefore, the gods experienced extreme difficulties, and they were afraid. And when the gods pleaded with you, then you released the sun and removed their difficulties. And this is a great song. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman. Kona kinjanata ke jagamen kapi Samkata Mochana Hanumanashtaka. Who in the whole world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? In fear of Bali, the lord of monkeys resided on top of the mountain. Remember, Sugriv was thrown out of his kingdom by his older brother Bali, and the only place he was safe was on top of the mountain. And you departed to see the great Lord on the path. You had no fear. You just went down below to the path and saw Ram walking along in the forest. To protect Sugriv, the great wise man had cursed Bali. So Bali had been cursed that he couldn't climb the mountain. Then no matter what his desire, he could only think and ponder. Wearing the form of a twice-born knower of divinity, you went to the great Lord, and in this way you were a servant to remove the grief of Sugriv. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? You went along with Angad to search for Sita, according to the orders spoken by the Lord of the monkeys. Remember, Sugriv said, okay, some of you monkeys go to the north, some to the east, some to the west, some under the command of Angad go south. And Hanuman went with Angad under the command of the Lord of the monkeys, Sugriv. They all went out to search for Sita. Our lives would have been lost if you didn't bring the news here with such great speed. Searching for Sita brought all to the shores of the ocean, and when you brought news of her, you saved our lives. Remember, the monkeys were going to fast to death. Nobody knew how to cross the ocean. And then they sang this song, this Samkata Mochana Hanumanashtaka. And Hanuman said, oh yeah, I have all that power. Sure, let me jump. Ram's got to build the bridge, but I can jump because I said the name of Ram. And so he just jumped across, and when he came back to the monkeys that were waiting for him, he saved their lives because they were planning on fasting to death rather than returning to their king in shame, saying we couldn't find her. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? Ravan gave to her much fear, and the demon women were trying to take away his grief. So they were terrorizing her too, trying to take away his sorrow for not having her. At that time, Hanuman, the great Lord, went there in the moonlight and defeated them. So you went there and you became small, and you hid in a tree, and you took away all her pain and all her grief. You wanted Sita to be free from grief as she was before, so you gave her the ring of the Lord, removing her distress. Remember, he dropped the ring right down in her lap. She said, this is Ram's ring. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? Lakshman was struck by an arrow by the son of Ravana. Remember, pride in the form of Meghnad. Indrajit struck him with the Shakti spear, and his life was in danger. You brought the doctor along with his house. He picked up the whole house and he said, hey, it's not my time to die. Are you taking me to death? He said, no, I'm taking you someplace better. I'm taking you to the Lord. He said, no, I don't want to leave all my family, my attachments. They're all here on earth. It's not time for me to go meet the Lord. Hanuman said, you will only be enhanced by this darshan. And then you raised the entire mountain along with its creepers. Remember, he picked up the mountain to find the Sanjeevani and brought the life-giving herb. In your hand you brought the life-saving herb and gave it, saving Lakshman's life. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? In the war with Ravan, the lord of the Raghus unknowingly had his body bound by the bond of snakes. The respected Ram, along with all his group, was thrust into the delusion of great fear and difficulties. Hanuman brought the lord of the birds who cut the bonds and took away all fear. Remember, in the war with Meghnad, shot the Nagpash, and that's the snake bonds that bind their enemy and slowly suck out the life force. And both Ram and Lakshman were laying there on the shore of the ocean, bound by snakes, having their life force sapped from their strength. And everyone stood around powerless. Nobody could think of a cure. There was no way to stop these snakes. And Hanuman went off and got Garud, the king of the eagles. And he said, you've got to help out. And Garud came, and the eagle was able to cut the snakes. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? When Ohiravan and his friends took the Lord of the Raghus to the lower worlds, then the gods made excellent worship according to the rules, and altogether recited mantras. So they followed the systems of worship. And they recited all the mantras. And then you went to assist and killed Ohiravan along with his army. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? Having completed their work, all the gods who saw you called you, the courageous great Lord. What difficulty could befall upon poor me that you will not go and remove? O great Lord Hanuman, quickly you remove every difficulty that comes to us. Who in the world doesn't know that monkey whose name removes all difficulties? With a red body and a red shine, and moreover a red monkey. His diamond-hard body cuts into small bits the forces of division. Victory, victory to the divine monkey. Victory to Ram, the husband of Sita. Victory to the son of the wind, Hanuman, pure devotion. Victory to the husband of the divine mother, the great god Shiva. Well, we have just a few things more to do, and then we could be free from this class, if you like. My goodness, it's almost completed. Let's see if there are any questions, and we can finish these later. Do we have any questions about the Bajarang Ban or the Hanumanashtaka or anything that we've covered so far? Or any questions about your sadhana or your spiritual disciplines? Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, are you going to be translating
No. Next. Yes, please.
Swami, on page 169,
Yes.
it says, on line 3, it says, make my heart your mirror.
Yes.
What does that mean, Swami?
Oh, it made your reflection, the image of you, the reflected image of you always reside in my heart. So every time you look at my heart, everyone will see that there's nothing there but God. Yeah, make my heart your mirror. It's like a mirror to you. All I see is you. All I reflect upon is you. And anybody knows that everything I do with any conviction at all, I'm doing because of I got God in my heart.
Michael from Colorado has a question.
Namaste, Michael.
If the gods get hungry, how do they eat at the fire?
It's a very interesting story, Michael. You know, in the first yagyas, everything was offered to the fire, and Agni ate everything. He devoured everything. And the gods got together and said, this is totally unfair. The yajna is for all of us. And they're calling all of our names, and why is Agni eating all the offerings? They decided the only cure would be to get Agni married. We have to find a good wife for him. So all the gods got together and they created Swaha. Swaha literally means I am one with God, or God is my own. So they called Swaha, and they made her this beautiful lady. They performed the marriage with Agni, and they said, Swaha, every time we make any offering to the fire, we're going to call you. Swaha, come and show the offering to Agni, and then quickly take it away before he devours it all and give it to its intended recipient. So that's how the gods eat at the yajna. Michael, whenever we give a mantra with an offering, we say Swaha, hey, please come and give this to its intended recipient. Otherwise, Agni just pigs out on the yajna. I mean, he's just gross. He eats everything without discrimination.
Swamiji, a question from Kali from Bangladesh.
Namaste, Kalima.
Thinking of the lap as a place of comfort, is there any significance to Hanuman dropping the ring in Sita's lap?
Absolutely, it was her comfort zone. He dropped it in the most comfortable place where she would feel so consoled. Just seeing a token, an emblem from her Lord. She's waiting to see God, and she's longing to reunite with God. And here comes this ring from heaven, right into her lap. She didn't even have to break her asan to get it. I mean, that Sita really had it together. She didn't move her knees once. She just reached into her lap, picked up the ring, and said, "Whoa! That's real. That's not made out of Maya. That's not an illusion. That really came from Ram." Now, what's the source of its coming? From whence hath it come?
Question from Kumari from Vallejo.
Namaste, Kumari Ma.
Can the 8 shlokas that remove all difficulties be chanted independently or chanted the entire text? And also, what is the meaning of the mantra chant on page 170?
First of all, yes, the Hanumanashtaka, Samkata Mochana Hanumanashtaka is a famous song of Hanuman. It can be sung just as kirtan. It can be sung in conjunction with the Sundar. It can be sung anytime you feel that you want to remind yourself that you are actually pure devotion. The meaning of cham is chalata, charam. And the verb charam or charna or charyate would be the verb form in the infinitive. Cham means move. And chum, 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 chapala, chalanta. You are moving, 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 and moving again. All that moves is moving with you, or within you. What page was it on?
172.
172. I hope I found a poetic way to express it. You move with such nimbleness. So here you move with such nimbleness. You're sprite and fast.
Question from Wendy from New Jersey.
Namaste, Wendy Ma.
Swamiji, can you please tell us why we fast on Avadhi?
It's sure neat to lose some weight. Wendy, how much time do we spend in our lives around food? And I'm not just talking about eating it, or digesting it, or cleansing the refuse, or procuring it, or procuring the resources with which to procure the food. In fact, there is procuring food and feeding ourselves is probably the most time-consuming activity that we perform. And so when we fast during Navaratri, how many hours a day do we save of cooking, preparing, serving, eating, digesting, cleaning, going to the store, bringing home the groceries, putting them away, taking them out? Now, if you just fast, wow, you got a lot of time that you can spend for God. And when you fast, your body gets light, your mind gets light, your breath gets light. You can feel a new energy. Because actually, even after the 5th day, you can tell that you're not running on physical energy anymore. You have no physical energy. It is metaphysical energy that keeps us going. So those are some of the reasons. Now, everyone will fast according to their own capacity and their own desire. These last few days, I've had 1 cup of water in the midday and 1 cup of water at night. Everyone will choose their own way. But you can tell I'm not being a lazy boy. So it's some other Shakti that allows me to continue, because I know it isn't Mama's good cooking. Well, there are no more other questions tonight, and we do have about 15 minutes. So let's try and go ahead and let's sing Hanuman's Aarti. It's on page 183. Aarti ki jai Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, jake balate giri borakape, roga doshe jeke nikat na jape. Aarti ki jai Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki. Anjani putra Mahabaladai, Santan ke Prabhu sada sakai, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Devira Raghunatha pataye, Lanka jari siya shudilaye, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Lanka sakota samudra sikai, Jata pavana sutta baranalai, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Lanka jari asura sanghare, Siya Ramji ke khaja sambare, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Lakshmana murchita Hare sakare, Ani sanjeevan pranagubare, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Paiti batal tori jamakare, Ohi ravana ki puja ukare, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Bahem puja asura dalamare, Dahine puja santa janatare, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Sura Naramuni Aarti utare, Jai 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 Hanumana kuchare, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Kanchanathar kapura lochai, Aarti korata Anjanamai, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Jo Hanuman ji ki aarti gaave, Vasai Vaikuntham amar pada pave, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki, Aarti kijay Hanuman lalaki, dushta dalana Raghunatha kalaki. Let's return to page 183, and this is the celebration of worship, the Aarti. It's also a dance of communion, Aarti, a celebration and a celebratory dance. It's an offering, it's a commemoration, it's a culmination of all the forms of worship. Make the celebration of worship for the beloved Hanuman with the attributes of the Lord of the Raghus. He cuts evil into bits. By his strength, mountains tremble. Infirmities or faults cannot approach him. The son of Anjali, he is endowed with great strength. He is the Lord of all his children and always helps. The Lord of the Raghus sent him to bring the herbs. He burned Lanka and brought news of Sita. The fortress of Lanka dissolved into the ocean. The son of the wind proceeded without any difficulty. He burned Lanka and destroyed the forces of duality. He completed the work of Sita and Ram. In the early morning, Lakshman fell unconscious. He brought the life-giving herb and saved his life. He went to the worlds below where lives the god of death. Meeting the demon Ohiravan, he cut off his arms. With his left arm, he destroys the forces of duality. With his right arm, he takes saintly people across the ocean of this world. Gods, humans, and men of wisdom all perform this celebration of worship. They say, victory, victory, victory to Hanuman! With a golden plate filled with camphor, perform the celebration of worship for Mother Anjani to the extent of your desire. Whoever will sing the celebration of worship for Hanuman will reside in Vaikuntha and obtain the goal of immortality. We have good things to look forward to. Make the celebration of worship for the beloved Hanuman. With the attributes of the Lord of the Raghus, he cuts evil into pieces. Here's a song, another Aarti. This is called Jai Jagadish Hare. Let's see if we can't play a little bit of it so we get the tune. It has many tunes. It's also a chant, but mostly it's sung as a tune. Jai Jagadish Hare, Bal Jai Jagadish Hare. Bhakto Janan ke Samkata, Bhakto Janan ke Samkata, Shaname Dura Kare, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Jo Yabe Pala Pabe, Duka Bina Se Manaka, Swami Duka Bina Se Manaka, Sukha Sampati Garabe, Sukha Sampati Garabe, Kashtami Kanaka, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Mata Pita Tuma Mere, Sharana Jagunti Saki, Swami Sharana Jagunti Saki, Tuma Pina Arana Guja, Prabhu Bina Arana Guja, Asa Karunji Saki, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Tuma Purana Paramatma, Tuma Antargami, Swami Tuma Antargami, Hara Brahma Parameshwar, Hara Brahma Parameshwar, Tuma Sabate Swami, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Tuma Koruna Ke Saga, Tuma Palana Karta, Swami Tuma Palana Karta, Mai Sevaka Tuma Swami, Mai Sevaka Tuma Swami, Kripa Karo Parta, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Tuma Eka Agocha, Sabate Pranapati, Swami Sabate Pranapati, Kisabidami Lugudayama, Kisabidami Lugudayama, Tuma Kome Kumati, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Dina Pandu Duka Karta, Tuma Rakshaka Mere, Swami Tuma Rakshaka Mere, Apane Hata Utao, Apane Hata Utao, Vara Paratere, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Ishadikara Mitao, Papa Haro Deva, Swami Papa Haro Deva, Shanta Bhakti Barao, Santa Bhakti Barao, Shantana Keseva, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. Bhakto Janan Ke Samkat, Bhakto Janan Ke Samkat, Shaname Dura Kare, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Let's go back to page 186. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. That's the name of Vishnu. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe, who in but a moment removes all the difficulties of devotees. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. Whoever will meditate will receive fruit. All pain will be removed from the mind. Comfort and wealth will come to your home, and all problems will be removed from your body. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. You are my mother and father. Whoever takes refuge in you is like this. Beyond you there is no other. Fulfill my longing. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. You are the supreme soul from ancient times. You are the soul within as well. You are the supreme divinity and the Lord supreme. You are everything, O Master. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. You are the ocean of compassion. You are the protector as well. I am your servant, O Master. Please give me your grace, O beloved. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. You are the one imperceivable Lord of all life. How shall I receive your compassion because I manifest bad behavior? Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. Is there hope for me? Please, victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. You take away the pain from the afflicted. You are my protector. Raise your hands and open the door to your perception. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. Take away all other thoughts. Oh, please take away Please take away all other thoughts. O Lord, who takes away sin, increase my faith and devotion as a loving service to your children. Victory to Hare, the Lord of the universe. Here we have a song about Ram. Let's just chant it. Boyakarap Mangala Dasarat Ram, Jai Jai Mangala Sita Ram, Mangala Tora Joya Mangala Ram, Shangata Shubha Vibo Bodhaya Ram, Mananda Amrita Barshak Ram, Osrita Batsala Jai Jai Ram, Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Mangala Darshana Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Mangala Darshana Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Bora Boyadan Rata Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Bora Boyadan Rata Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Shubhatanti Vidayak Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Shubhatanti Vidayak Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Janaki Jivana Raja Ram, Sundar Madhavate Gasham, Janaki Jivana Raja Ram, Sundar Madhava Megasham. Anika Jivena Korikam, Bada Bada Rasani Ramanam, Anika Jivena Korikam, Bada Bada Rasani Ramanam, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, 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 Sri Ma Jai Ma Jai Jai Ma, 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 Ishwar Allah Tere Naam, Sabko Sanmati De Bhagwan, Ishwar Jalla Tere Naam, Sabeko sammati de Bhagavan, Jai Bajrang Bali Jai Hanuman, Patita Pavan Sitaram, Jai Bajrang Bali Jai Hanuman, Patita Pavan Sitaram, Sitaram Jai Sitaram, Bhaja Pyare tu Sitaram, Sitaram Jai Sitaram, Bhaja Pyare tu Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Let's go through briefly let's go through the translation of that. On page 190, King Ram is the lord of the race of Raghava. Dasaratha's son Ram takes away all fear and grants welfare, victory to the welfare of Sita Ram. Victory to the giver of welfare, victory to the welfare of Ram, who gives to purity in every adversity. He strengthens the purity in every adversity. Whenever we're beset with negativity, he comes and gives, enhances the purity to combat the negativity. Ram causes a rain of the nectar of bliss for those fortunate children who dwell with victory. Victory to Ram. King Ram is the lord of the race of Raghava, who purifies the fallen Sitaram. It is such welfare to see the King Ram who purifies the fallen Sitaram. The King Ram grants the boon of freedom from fear, who purifies the fallen Sitaram. King Ram grants purity and peace, who purifies the fallen Sitaram. The life of the daughter of Janak, Sita, is dedicated to the King Ram as the spring belongs to the dark cloud. This tongue is not able to perform its work of constantly singing the name of Ram. I miss. This tongue is not able. Ram gave me a tongue so I could constantly sing the name of Ram, and here I am talking a bunch of other rubbish. The tongue is not being used for its intended purpose. And that is my mea culpa, and all of you are present at my confession. Victory to the respected Ram, victory to Ram, victory to the respected Ram, victory to Ram, victory to the respected Mother Shrima, victory to Ma, victory to the respected Mother Shrima, victory to Ma. Your names are Ishwar and Allah. O Supreme Lord, grant everyone respect. It doesn't matter what we call you, in what tradition we call you, in what language we call you. Hey, give us a break. Grant respect. Let us learn how to respect life and each other and work together and make a beautiful harmony and a unity amongst all the beings of the universe. Victory to he who has a body as strong as a thunderbolt. Victory to Hanuman who purifies the fallen. Sitaram, victory to Sitaram. Pray with pure love to Sitaram. King Ram is the lord of the race of Raghava, who purifies the fallen Sitaram. And now on page 194 and 95, let's just go through briefly a glossary of names and our cast of characters who made their appearances. Akshay Kumar, is he ever one? He was the youngest son of Ravan. He was ever young because he was slayed when he was young. So, Angad, he who supports and subordinates himself. Olamth is infinity. That's the name of the snake. Remember, Angad was the crown prince of Kishkinda. Ayodhya is the place of peace. Yud means war. Ayud means peace. Ayodhya means the place of peace. Voideha, the one without a body. Remember, her father Janak was Videha, and she became Voideha, the one without a body. That's the name of Sita. Videha is Janak's name, the one without a body, and Voidehi is the daughter of the one without a body. Bali, that was the king of Kishkinda, who threw his brother out of the kingdoms. He took away Sugriva's kingdom. Bali, who has immeasurable strength. Bharat, who shines with the light of wisdom. Bibhishan, who is discrimination. Bikatashi, who is unusually large. Brahma is the creative consciousness. Chandrahas was the name of Ravan's sword, who shines brighter than the moon. Remember, that was the sword that was invincible, infallible, that Shiva gave to Ravan. Dadimukh, the milk face, whose skin is soft and clear. Dvibidha, who splits into two. Dushan, who manifests evil. Gada, who holds the mace. Gurud, king of those who fly. Girija, daughter of the mountain. Hanuman, pure devotion. Hori, who takes away adversity. Indra, the rule of purity, the lord of the gods. Indrajit, who defeated Indra, the ruler of purity. Isa, the seer of all. Janak, the cause or the father. And he was, of course, father of Sita. Jayant, victorious, that was the name of Indra's son, who became a little bird. Jambavan, the respected brother of all, he was the big bear. Kesari, who has the mane of a lion, has a great cache. Also, he is Ka-e-isha, so he is the emblem of the cause, creation. The E is preservation. And Isa means transformation. So he's Keshari, who has the mane of a lion and who creates, protects, and destroys. Kar, who is always harsh. Kosal, the nation of welfare. Lakshman, brother determination. Lanka is the kingdom of ego. Moinaka, the intelligent one, who was sent to to measure the strength or the mind of Hanuman. Mandodari, she who supports the mind, that was Ravana's wife. Mayanda, who was strong as a horse. Malyavan was respect. He was the grandfather of Ravan. Meghnad, pride, it was Indrajit's other name. Nal, who shines like a star, he was the son of Vishvakarma. Nishapta, the most excellent. Neel, who is like a blue flame, or the son of fire. The Raghus, Raghupati Raga, he's light. Ram is consciousness, and we said Ra is the subtle body, I is consciousness, and Ma is perfection, and the perfect manifestation of the subtle body of consciousness. Ravan is the ego, Sahasrabahu, the one with 1,000 arms. Sankar, the cause of peace, the car of Sham, and that's the name of Shiva. Shatta, excellent. Shugriva, excellent friend. Suratha, the shining one. Sita, the pure nature of consciousness. Shambhu, who radiates peace. Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness. Sukh, the talkative one. Trijata, who has 3 locks of matted hair. Remember, she was the demoness who loved Ram, and she was with Sita all through her trials in the Ashok garden. Trisira, who has 3 heads, that was the name of the demon that was slain. And Vishnu, the consciousness which pervades all. Om Sang Saraswati Namaha. Namaste.